Taurus, 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 what's up? I'm in my night clothes, y'all. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I just want to kind of get as many of these readings done before tomorrow. And so I think I'm going to do Taurus and Gemini tonight and then Cancer and Leo tomorrow morning. But yes, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? What's going on? So this is a relationship spread. And listen, FYI, this is only for people that are in relationships. If you're not in a relationship, there's no guidance here for you. You know, a lot of people focus on love, but I don't, some people do focus on just the relationship, but I think that's something that needs to be focused on because we don't always want to come to these readings to be like, oh, this person cheating on you, this person doing this. We don't want to always do that. We want to, pull relationships. People that are in relationships are doing things in relationships and see where y'all are and how y'all can fix y'all issues instead of, breaking up and stuff like that. I don't want to be the burden, the person that comes and gives the bad news out all the time, I don't mind doing it, but I don't want to be that person. So this reading is a major arcana reading. It contains the major arcana and the court cards and the aces. No minor arcana. Later on, if this reading does well, then the extendeds will have, me clarifying and breaking down the situation with the minor arcana. But right now, this is a major arcana reader. So let's just kind of see what's going on in your relationship. What's going on with Taurus and the relationship that they are dealing with. What's going on? Let's see. So basically, it's a 7-card spread. The name of the reading is the relationship and the qualities. The positions are the energy, the communication, the strength, the weakness, the reality, the passion, and the key to the future. So the first position that you have for your reading, Taurus, is the Sun card in reverse. That's the energy that's going on. The communication is the Magician. The strength is the Hierophant. The weakness is the Chariot card in reverse. The reality of the situation is the Devil card in reverse. The passion in the situation is the Empress in reverse. And the key to the future is Justice. So you got every one of the cards. It's a major arcana. So this is going to be very fucking detailed. So listen up. This is what's going on. It looks like a pretty balanced relationship. Looks like there's no issues and no problems. Let's get into the reading though. So the energy that you're dealing with in this relationship, Taurus, is the Sun card in reverse. Now you could be dealing with a Leo, a Gemini, a Taurus like yourself, a Cancer, a Capricorn, a Libra, or a Libra Taurus. So the energy in this situation is the Sun card. Already in the reverse. Everybody already knows the Sun card is the happiest card in the deck, regardless if it's upright or if it's reversed. So I feel like the energy is a happy-go-lucky situation that's going on. But y'all do have y'all ups and downs. It's a bittersweet type of energy that's going on. It's just like, okay, if this person make me mad, we going to get over it later. I love this person. We going to get over our mess. We not finna be sitting up in it. So that's a good thing. Like, y'all know how to be happy with each other even through y'all struggles or through the certain things that y'all go through. That's the amazing thing because not everybody knows how to function in a relationship when there are struggles, when there are things that are not exactly the way that they need to be. So that's a good thing. Y'all able to weather the storm together. Y'all able to tolerate each other when y'all not even feeling y'all best. So the communication is the Magician. So I feel like, we already know the Magician got everything they need to push forward in every way possible. So I feel like with this communication, there's a healthy balance of practical energy, the passion in the situation, the communication, and the love. So, like, the communication is very forthcoming. I feel like it's, you guys know how to talk with truth. Y'all know how to focus on the issues, the 3D issues that are going on. Y'all know how to express y'all love to each other and the passion. So it's like y'all don't have no problem with how y'all come off with each other. That's a good thing, The strength in the situation is the Hierophant. So I feel like with this is both of you guys was raised off of traditional values. both of you guys understand, doing things above board, doing things. And, Uranus is here teaching you certain lessons, Taurus, with structure and all of these things, changing how your outlook on structure may be. But it doesn't look to be affecting your relationship, because I still see that everybody's on the same page. Everybody, wants to have fairness, equality, all of that good stuff. Everybody does what they're supposed to do in the relationship. I don't see a whole bunch of icky shit going on right now. So that's a good thing. Now, the weakness is the Chariot card in reverse. So, with this weakness, I feel, because, the Chariot, for me, is dual energy. And so, when you have the Chariot card, it's like it's a person trying to move forward, but their emotions get in the way. The weakness for you guys is that I feel like sometimes y'all need to express your emotions, but you might not do it. You might not do it in a way that is healthy for the situation. I feel like even if there are differences in opinions, y'all keep it to yourselves, and y'all just go with the y'all go with the program. You go with the flow of the situation, and that's a weakness, because even though you got a balanced relationship, that doesn't mean that you got to agree on everything. Y'all don't have to agree on everything, and you can learn how to agree to disagree, But I feel like with this, it's like, there's a lot of one-upmanship on the situation at times. I feel like Taurus, your partner might say something that you don't necessarily agree with, but you ain't rocking the boat because you don't want to kick up no dust. So it's just like, that's the weakness, because it's just like, even if you're in a partnership, you ain't got to always agree with everything that your partner say. And if you don't agree, you should be able to speak up without it being any type of hostility going on. And I feel like that's where the weakness is, because, there might be a fear of, well, if I tell them how I feel about whatever it is that they saying, then they might want to, combat me or argue with me. And I see that people really not want to go through that right now. The reality of the situation is, it's not a toxic situation. It is not a situation where, there's a lot of jealousy and obsession going on. Y'all have a good balance of the indulging. There's not a whole lot of indulging in each other. That might be the reality of it. Y'all not really enjoying each other in the moments, because it's just like y'all so balanced and so used to doing things above board. It's just like y'all don't allow yourselves to get into them indulgent moments where, somebody might feel like the other person is not really trying to bag them like that, or trying to claim them, or just, trying to be with them, because there's not like a sense of shackles being put on the situation. That's the reality of the situation. Like, one person in the situation might not feel like the person really loves them or really would go to bat for them, because, most of the time when you have a relationship and y'all been together for a long time, there's a level of jealousy that can come in the relationship, regardless if it's healthy or not. A person might not want a person doing certain things. They might get a little bit jealous or get a little bit of upset about certain things, but you're not really doing that. And that's the reality. Like, somebody in the situation may not feel value, or they may not feel like, someone really wants them all that much. Now, the passion in the situation is the Empress, and goes back to what I was saying about the Devil card in reverse. The passion is kind of lacking in this situation because somebody feels less than in this situation. Someone does not feel like they make that person happy, or that person is happy with being with them. Maybe this person has a hard time showing off, that they love someone, or, it's just the passion is a little bit thwarted, because somebody in the situation might feel like, well, damn, you don't take me nowhere, you don't show me off to people, you don't do these things, so I'm feeling less than within myself, because, I'm not feeling like I'm really wanted. We in this relationship. Everybody has respect. We know how to communicate. We get along. But, nobody's rocking. It's no real problems to test the relationship. That's what I feel like the reality of the situation. The outcome is that there needs to be balance, fairness, and just, which I feel like for the most part there is a lot of fairness and a lot of balance. But when it comes down to these two cards, the last bit of the reading from 4 to 7, I just feel like the emotions need to come out of this situation so that the other person can know, yes, this is my partner, this is my man, this is my woman, and they love me, and somebody needs to feel that, and that's what's going on. Whether it's you or the other person that you're dealing with, somebody needs to feel that they are loved and that they want it and that they cherish and that they are fiend for it in this situation. And that's how we bring balance and justice into the situation. So, it looks like a pretty good reading. I just feel like the emotional part is the part that needs to be worked on. So, get to it, Taurus. If this resonated with y'all know what to do. I told Pisces in the last reading, doing $10 readings, video readings. If you want one, email me, ivycola2@gmail.com or aisha@gmail.com. Either one will work. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye.